Good evening. I'm meteorologist Trevor Oliver with Putnam Weather and More, and I'm here to give you the latest weather info and news for Putnam County. If you've been watching my videos these past few days, and I'm sure you're aware that the farmers market season began in Palatka last Saturday, and I had the opportunity to explore the market that day, and I must say I highly recommend it. There was some great great food, um, great great products, and overall a great atmosphere. It was a great experience, and I should inform you that if you decide to explore the market yourself, get there as soon as you can because the goods they sell out fast, especially those at Auntie Lois's Creations, that booth, and that's run by Lois Loisel, a baker based in San Mateo. She makes goodies for all kinds of events. Those goodies include breads, cakes, brownies, and macaroons. And I tried her root beer macaroons, being a root beer connoisseur, and they were delicious. I highly recommend you try those if they are available, and you can tell that I'm enjoying every single bite of those macaroons here in this picture. I also tried uh, some dips at the Dips and Such booth, but Cindy Dennison, the owner of Dips and Such, she doesn't just make dips. She also makes dry rubs, marinades, seasonings, and but on Saturday she had her dips on display, and there was not one that I didn't enjoy. They were all delicious, especially her spicy ones. And in fact, I purchased some of those spicy dips myself, and I cannot recommend these businesses enough. They make some great products. If you're interested in Auntie Lois's creations, you can contact Lois at 607-423-7515, or email her at auntieloiscreations at gmail.com. And if you're interested in dips and such, you can contact Cindy Dennison at 352-514-5757, or email her at dipsnsuch at gmail.com. And she does have a location in Bunnell. It is 4601 East Moody Boulevard, Suite J12. And I have no doubt you'll enjoy their products if you decide to try them. Now let's define our weather word of the day, which is transient luminous event, or TLE. A TLE is the collective name for a family of lightning-related phenomena induced above thunderstorms and or emerging from convective storm cloud tops, and that's the definition according to the American Meteorological Society's glossary. And sprites, which we defined in a previous video: blue starters, blue jets, gigantic jets, green ghosts, halos, elves, and pixies are TLEs. And those TLEs, they occur in the stratosphere, mesosphere, or at the bottom of the ionosphere. Their durations range from sub-millisecond to approximately a second, and they sometimes emit in the infrared and UV portions of the electromagnetic spectrum. I could go on and on about TLEs, and so could other storm chasers. These are some of the prettiest, most mysterious meteorological phenomena known to man. I I wish I wish I had the talent of being able to capture them on camera. And you can see here that someone was lucky enough, talented enough to do just that. The background image here, it's a picture of a blue jet sprite combination. The blue jet is of course that blue tube, and then that hair-like feature at the top, that red hair-like feature, is the sprite. And you don't often see this combination. Usually you see sprites and blue jets individually, and and um, they again they're just amazing sights. I haven't seen them myself, but I have seen plenty of videos and photographs of them, and I hope one day you'll be able to see them yourself. And now, having defined our weather word of the day, let's switch topics to the tropics. I must say, what a tease Invest 91L was. You may remember that Invest had a 90% chance of developing during a week-long period. So uh, a lot of meteorologists had their eyes fixed on Invest 91L. A lot of them believed it would be um, the first hurricane to make landfall in the U.S. Maybe as a major hurricane, but Invest 91L has since fizzled out due to dry air intrusion, and now we have this area of low pressure over the western African coast that has caught our interest. It does not have as much of a chance of developing as Invest 91L did. It only has a less than 40% chance of developing uh, over the next 7 days. So don't worry about it a whole lot. But as I've said in the past regarding um, these areas of interest, still keep track of them. Listen for any updates from the National Hurricane Center or your weather apps, or from my videos. I'll gladly update you myself on these tropical developments. Now, let's get into our aerial forecast, having covered the tropics. That cold front that moved through our area from the north is well south of us, and it has stalled there, and so a lot of the rain is there, and yeah, our conditions are much drier, but but that'll change this weekend due to an inverted trough developing off the coast, providing that forcing mechanism for storms. But more on that in a little bit. Right now in Palatka, it is mostly cloudy, and the temperature is 75 degrees. And as we head into the later hours of tonight, that temperature will continue to drop. It'll reach a low of 70, and the probability of precipitation is 0% tonight. So because conditions are great for you dog owners, even you cat and even you cat owners. Yeah, both of y'all take advantage of these nice conditions. Let your pets out and about, and just let them enjoy this departure from the storminess and the oppressive heat. But if you're not a pet owner, still take advantage of these nicer conditions. Maybe go to the beach, walk on it, or just sit on your porch and soak up that drier, that cooler, drier air. Now, looking at the 5 day forecast, as I said earlier, those rain chances, they will increase during the weekend due to that aforementioned trough. They will only reach 50%, but storms will still be the primary hazards on those days. So beware of storms during the weekend. Keep track of them using your weather apps, or by visiting the National Weather Service's website and viewing their radar data. But outside of the weekend, rain chances will be below 50. So so storms won't be much of a concern on those days. Um, Now looking at the temperatures, starting with the highs, they'll be in the mid to upper 80s the rest of this week, but at the start of next week they'll be in the upper 80s, and those lows, those lovely lows, they'll be in the upper 60s to lower 70s throughout the forecast period. Now looking at Crescent City, the skies are now mostly cloudy and the temperature is 77 degrees. And tonight the low will be 74 degrees, and there is a slightly higher probability of precipitation there in Crescent City. It's 10%. That is still quite low, so you don't y'all in Crescent City don't have to worry about storms a whole lot. Yeah, the conditions are still great there, but like Palatka, like in Palatka, the conditions in Crescent City will worsen slightly during the weekend. Again, because of that trough off the coast, the highest that the rain chances will reach is 60% on Saturday. Um, but you should be aware of storms on both Saturday and Sunday, and you just keep track of them, like like I told you to earlier. And but tomorrow and at the start of next week, storms won't be much of a threat. Um, Now let's look at those temperatures. The highs, they'll be in the mid 80s uh, during the next 5 days, and the lows, they'll be in the low 70s. And finally, in Interlaken, the skies are also mostly cloudy, and the temperature is 75 degrees, and the temperature will reach a low of 69 degrees, and the probability of precipitation is 10% in Interlaken as well. But like I said, when discussing Crescent City's weather, still don't worry about storms a whole lot. That is quite a low chance for rain. But again, those chances for rain will increase during the weekend, but not as much in Interlaken. They won't reach 50% or greater, but given that those rain chances will be highest during the weekend, storms will still be a concern then. But on every other day, uh, uh, storms shouldn't bother you a whole lot. Now looking at the temperatures, the highs, they'll be in the upper 80s over the next 5 days, and the lows, they'll actually be lower in Interlaken, slightly lower. They'll be in the upper 60s in that same time frame. Now, if you're looking for something to do this weekend, consider checking out the Third Street Charities Golf Tournament, which is meant to raise funds for kids' sports. This will be at 1715 Mosley Avenue in Palatka, which is the Palatka Golf Club. It'll be this Saturday on the 13th, and it'll start at 9 in the morning and end at 5 in the afternoon. Now, if you decide to attend this tournament or participate in it, keep in mind that those chances for rain, those chances for storms will be uh, higher during the weekend. So there is a possibility that this tournament will be delayed or even postponed. So plan for that just in case. And in conclusion, thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like or comment, consider subscribing, and If you're interested in storm chasing content, check out my X account at Trevor Oliver WX. That's where I post much of my storm chasing footage. Check out other storm chasers X accounts. They need all the support they can get. And if you're a business owner who wishes to have their services or planned events advertised, reach out to me in the comments section and we can work something out together. Once again, thank you so much for listening. I've been meteorologist Trevor Oliver with Putnam Weather and More. Have a great evening.